During an absolutely bonkers, I guess is the only word I could use to describe it, recent interview with Sean Hannity, convicted felon Donald Trump was given the opportunity to say that he would not use the Department of Justice to go after his political enemies, right? I mean, we had that big blow up following Donald Trump's Newsmax interview where he said he would go after his political enemies. So Sean Hannity teed it up for him perfectly to walk back those statements and put everybody at ease. But instead of doing that, Donald Trump said he's absolutely, gonna go after his political enemies. And things only got more disturbing from there when Donald Trump said he felt that it was a terrible thing when the audiences at his rallies were chanting, "Lock her up." He didn't like it. Didn't sit well with him. Here is how the exchange took place. Sean Hannity first asks, "Will you pledge to restore equal justice, equal application of our laws, end this practice of weaponization? Is that a promise you're going to make?" And Trump responds. So that's Hannity giving him the out. Like, hey, walk back your previous comment. It was bad, dude. And Trump replied and he said, "Well, you have to do it, but it's awful. Look, I know you want me to say something nice." And Hannity says, no, I don't want you to say, I'm asking. And Trump says, "But I don't want to look naive." Hannity then tries to jump in and says, "I don't want to," but then Trump jumps in, cuts him off and says, "What they have done to the Republican Party, they want to arrest on no crime. They want to arrest the person that won the nomination in a landslide. There was nobody even close in a landslide. The person that got millions of votes, more votes than any other sitting president in history in the last election. The person that won an election that he wasn't expected to win against Hillary Clinton in 2016. They want to arrest that person on no crime. They want to arrest. There was no crime. There was no criminality. There was no crime." And you can, all right, God bless it. I have to stop reading this before I have a f***ing stroke. Listen, the repetition of those words and phrases, according to mental health professionals, is something we see in Alzheimer's patients. It is something we see in dementia patients. So that's not just Donald Trump just saying the same thing over and over. That's a symptom, folks. That's what that is. That is a symptom, okay? I wasn't stuttering when I read this. I wasn't accidentally reading the same line to you over and over. That's what Trump said. And honest to God, like, he keeps saying it. I mean, I cut this off, 4 paragraphs before it actually ended because my brain couldn't take it anymore. But I have a healthy brain. Trump does not. But I will read this last part where Trump says, "And in a certain way, after we won against Hillary, people would say, 'Lock her up, lock her up.' And I said, wouldn't it be terrible if I locked up the wife of the President of the United States, former, and locked up the former Secretary of State? It's a terrible thing. You're starting off, you want to bring the country together. I want to bring the country together," Trump ended by saying. You're literally on video saying "lock her up." You're sitting there smiling and clapping as people are chanting "lock her up." You have said the phrase "lock her up." You mentioned the day before that Sean Hannity interview that you want to lock her up. You mentioned at the beginning of the Sean Hannity interview that you want to lock her up. So don't sit there for a second and pretend that it was a terrible thing and I didn't like it. No. Maybe you forgot about all those things you did, including what you said, earlier in the interview, because your brain cannot remember things back that far. But this is deranged. This is dangerous. And more importantly, there were a lot of symptoms of mental problems in that interview that I think most of the media seems to have completely ignored.